Southern Woods and Waters TV. That's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, come the creek with rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Canny Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bank and Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X Outdoor Products, and Hunter Up.
All right, welcome everyone to this Thursday night's edition. I'm Hugh McNaughton.
I'm Brandon Dowdy.
We are
Southern Woods and Waters.
That's right. We got a great show for you tonight. We have one of our good friends on here again tonight. Hunter, which one is? I mean, how many is it? This is a fourth one.
Fourth one.
This is a fourth one. So we've been doing this for 4 years now.
Isn't that crazy?
It's wild, brother.
It flies by, everyone.
It does. We were talking, of course, about the Max Size Bass Tournament. It's going to be held on May 5th out of Fate Sanders Marina there on the beautiful Percy Priest Lake. The lake that keeps all the pressure, but it just keeps putting
on giving.
It keeps giving. Yeah.
I mean,
Keeps on giving.
Hard to beat it.
It's hard to beat a lake like that, and it's a great tournament. It's fun for the entire family. So, guys, you don't have to worry about asking Mama so much if you can go. Mama can go and
for the whole
hang
family.
out with the kiddies. There's bouncy houses and all kinds of things for them.
Yep, there is. It's, Lord, I got a whole list down here, but I have to refer to my notes.
How
But
can you see that far? I can't
Yeah, you can pick
I had
them
to
up
wear
if
my
you need
glasses.
to. We don't mind
we've
cheat
got
sheets here.
Obstacle courses and
Yeah.
snow cones for the kids and cotton
he'll get his
candy
out. He
machine.
ain't
you
worried.
name it, we got it. And not to mention the
Wait a minute! I just now saw the snow cone. I'm in for that, dude.
I don't want to fish
I
tournament.
love
I'm
snow
there
cones,
for the
man.
snow cones.
And cotton candy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our friends at Tees Inflatables bring all that stuff out, and they're a big sponsor. And we're very thankful. They make this thing so much more than a fishing tournament. They make it a family fun event.
It is. And of course, this is in remembrance of Matt Carmichael. This was your son.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if everybody remembers the tragic story. I don't always like to bring it up because it's kind of a sore issue, but very, very sad. But how old was your son when this happened?
17 and a half months, almost 18 months
Almost
old.
18 months.
Yep.
And y'all were at Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A in the Cool Springs Mall.
That's right.
And going to see Santa Claus. And he was eating chicken nuggets and fries and had a little cough going on, and he coughed and choked on
the chicken nugget.
either nuggets or fries. We're not real sure, but
Yeah.
we had just happened to have police officer, a doctor, a nurse, several emergency professionals on the scene, and no one could do anything. And we all tried. We all tried real hard, and so it was a pretty tough deal. And my life and my wife's life changed forever, as well as many of our other family members. And
Yep. Now, we had you and your wife on here the first year.
sure
Remember
did.
that?
Sure did. Golly, that was tough.
That was
boy.
one of the toughest shows I've ever had to do.
It was tough. It was a tearjerker. There's no doubt about it.
Dude.
And
But I remember it like it was yesterday.
I know.
And it's hard. My hat's off to you because it's hard for somebody, especially a parent,
Yeah.
to lose a child,
Absolutely.
especially at 17 and a half months.
Yep.
But to lose a child and then try to figure out how do we go forward from here? Because that's probably the most devastating. I don't care what anybody says. I don't think we're designed to bury our children.
No, absolutely not.
I just I got a real problem with it.
After going through this, I've met a lot of people that have lost children, and it doesn't matter if that child is 50 years old
Yeah.
or 17 and a half months.
It
It's
doesn't matter.
still just as hard for that parent.
It sure
you know?
is. It sure is.
And I've seen it over and over again now, and Lord, it's a rough thing, and you know, your life as you know it ends. Your life literally
It stops.
it stops.
It's like it stops in
yeah,
midair.
it's not. It's not the life that you've been living from the time you were born. It's a new life. And
What is your wife's name now? Tell her.
Brandy.
Brandy? That's
yeah.
right.
And,
So-
but Brandy and I, you know, there's no way we could have gotten through this by ourselves. I mean, between the good Lord and our faith and lots of counseling, you know, and we still, to this day, we go to counseling every week together, and grief counseling, and it has helped us tremendously.
And I don't know that you're ever going to get over it.
No, you don't get over it. You
I don't
never-
think you ever will.
You
I
never-
don't think you ever could.
No, you never get over something like this. It's just you learn how to live.
You learn how to
again,
deal with it and live, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And you know,
But y'all turned it around. You and Brandy both turned it around. You took something that I would consider one of the blackest parts of my life,
yeah,
and you turned it around to where it's doing good
absolutely.
in His name.
Absolutely. And, you know, all the proceeds to this MAC tournament, they go to the pastoral care department at Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt. And when we were, with our experience there, we asked for a chaplain. We asked to see a chaplain. It was the middle of the night. We wanted our son to be baptized. Well, there was no chaplain there. And they told us that they had a chaplain that worked normal hours, and after that it was all volunteer, and they just had to call around and find a pastor or somebody to come in. And I'm like, that shouldn't happen, you know.
You're exactly right.
So after we did the first tournament, we didn't really realize that what direction this thing was going. It started out, a lot of my friends, my fishing buddies, wanted to put this tournament on to help us. And we raised a good bit of money, $12,000 the first year to be exact. And we ended up, you know, still we're going back and forth with Vanderbilt. What do we do with this money? We want to give it to Vanderbilt, but we didn't know specifically how. And I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine. Matter of fact, it was John Hopkins and Hoppy. And I was telling him about our experience there. And when I brought that up, he said, there's your answer, the chaplains.
That's right.
Pastoral care department. And I'm like, big
Lights
light.
went off.
Yeah, I'm like, there it is. And you know, you talk about God being in a situation. We played phone tag with them for a few weeks before we finally talked. And when I got the head chaplain on the phone, she said, you won't believe this. She said, but we are in the process of putting a program together to fund more staffing because we need it. She said, we get very little support. And I'm like, okay. And I said, so what do you have so far? And she said, well, we need $7,000 to start this program. And I said, what can you do with $12,000? And she didn't say a word. She just sat there, you know. I'm thinking she was picking her jaw up off the floor. And I'm like, well, that's what we're able to give right now. And the second year, it went up to 12.
Hold on. I'm going to wait on the second year, okay?
Okay.
We want to talk about that. We got to do our wild game forecast. Let's go to it right now.
All right.
This week's Wild Game Forecast has been sponsored by our friends at Wilson Bank and Trust. You can stop in and see them at over 30 locations here in Middle Tennessee, and be sure to tell them thank you for everything that they do for us.
All right, Brandon, what about the turkey situation?
There's still a few out there running around. We've left a few
For seed?
running. It's been a good year, man. It's been a good turkey
You
season.
can see in the Facebook pictures.
We'll start sharing some of that over the next couple of weeks, but a lot of folks already know, but I probably had the #1 turkey hunting day of my entire life this past Saturday. And I didn't get a turkey. Yeah, Emery got her first one, and we had tried getting Dad one.
Give away everything on this, because I want to see this one.
It was cool. Oh no, we're not. They're gonna. Everybody's gonna get to see it in a few weeks, so they'll get to hear all about it. But it's been good. The birds have been. Still not quite as vocal as people
No,
want them,
it's been a tough
but
year
you're
for
going to hear people fuss about them not being vocal enough every year. It's just part of it. But some mornings they're going to talk, some mornings they're not. I've hunted some days they've gobbled their brains out. And the other morning when we shot the 2 turkeys, we never heard a turkey all morning. Not a sound, not one peep. So I mean, you know, you just got to get out there and be patient and hunt them. But they're out there and they're acting like turkeys. Hens are nesting. A lot of hens are nesting, which is good to see. I think our turkeys are starting, at least in some areas, to really start to show a little better.
Well, the fishing has been awesome just about everywhere. I'm telling you, guys are
Whatever lake you
guys
want to
and
go
gals,
see.
it don't matter. Kids, we're seeing more kids. One of Debbie's friends, he just keeps sending pictures of pond bass and stuff like that. We'll get some of that on here. But a lot of people are catching fish. Talked to Blue Bank Resort up there on Railfoot. The crappie fishing's on fire. It still is. They're catching big numbers. Catfishing is picking up. I want to let everybody know the catfish are moving to shallower water. So that's one sign that you're fixing to see them start laying eggs. A lot of your crappie on Old Hickory are being caught in 3 to 5 foot of water. So that tells you they're already up there spawning. Catfish are right behind them in the 5 to 8 foot water range. Bass, of course, are everywhere. They're from. There's even some that have already laid eggs. They're headed out.
They're from the bank to the channel.
To the river channel, to the middle of it.
Everywhere in between.
It's all about that. I will tell you this much: we came across Kentucky Lake. The water is in the bushes.
That's where you want it to be.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna tell you, Sam Lashley, all those guys, Ben Parker, good friend of mine. That's all they're gonna live and breathe for, is for those bushes to be up there and that water to be up there, and it's on like Donkey Kong. So
it is that time.
It's that time.
Guys, we want to remind you to come and follow us on Facebook. Keep up with us there. We'll try to keep you in touch with what we've got going on in the outdoors, and we'll be right back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.